here's the cutaway shot. We actually have 5 layers to deal with. We've got the outside one, we've got the inner skin, we've actually got this bracket here that we don't want to cut through, and then this is the inside of that C channel, or the C pillar here, and then we've got this rear parcel shelf that I do think that I'm gonna end up cutting these section here. Obviously, you know, when you're making cuts like this, just like use your head and think ahead to where, okay, so I'm gonna be able to coat this from the backside, then I can coat this one from the backside, and then I'm gonna be able to weld this one shut, and like find a way where you can coat everything appropriately so everything works out in the long run. But yeah, here's what it looks like all cut apart. We'll get to fixing this and then we'll get it all back together. Obviously it'll take... Looking at this rusty area here, unfortunately there are multiple layers involved. It looks like there's actually 4. There's this piece here with the spot welds around here. It's not part of the flange, but we are gonna need to remove, or at least partially remove it. I'll probably take out these spot welds and these spot welds and just kind of bend it down, just so we don't completely lose its original position. And then there's this piece that's part of a flange. There's a middle layer, and then there's the outside. There's no way to put it. It's gonna be hard to do. I'm gonna have to cut an opening on the outside just so I can see how bad it is behind it. I was kind of hoping to just do a little cut right here, but I don't think that's gonna actually make a difference because I'm not gonna be able to grind or anything like that, and potentially weld in a new piece or even multiple pieces. So unfortunately, I think the only option is for me to make a cut here. I might even have to go past this line just so I can kind of get a welder in at this angle if I need to on whatever layer needs to get cut out, replaced, whatever it may be. So this is a little bit bigger than I was hoping for, but you know, everything's fixable. Okay, to keep this cut as tight as possible, we're gonna go right through here and out the back, straight through this line, and then try to cut it up here. I'm gonna end up using this just because it's gonna be the smallest area and it'll be nice to weld. I'll probably have to take a cutoff wheel and just like kiss it on one of these sections just so I can get this in here, because I'm not gonna make a rounded curve or anything like that. And then we'll be able to use the saw this direction, hopefully, to make a nice straight cut that way. So, hope for the best. Okay, so this was the right call. So basically you can see that it's kind of extended past that flange. We'll actually be able to make a nice cut right here and across and be able to remove this section, and then we can replace the third and final section. We'll be able to epoxy it. We'll put this one back. We'll have a nice line right in here to weld. We'll epoxy that, and then we will replace this, epoxy the back side, and then tuck this right back on there like that, and hopefully this should last forever. Alright, so in order for me to get a proper look at this piece here and what's going on underneath it, I am going to get this piece out of the way. Looks like there's a couple spot welds here and a couple spot welds along there. There's a couple underneath. I don't think I'm going to get those. I'm just going to kind of move this out of the way so I can get a good look at what's going on under here and how much I can clean up by hand and how much needs to physically get replaced. So we're going to start by knocking out some spot welds. sometimes the easiest way to make a template is just with a piece of tape. Get all the good edges down. Get that weird curved line. Okay, so we've got this piece fitted on here pretty good. Got the little indent with a little bit of excess overhang that we can trim off pretty easily after the fact, after we're all welded together. So here's the second layer. This is slightly thicker than the outside stuff. This is actually 20 gauge, so a little bit thicker. Obviously we will trim this down, but pretty basic. Alright, I don't really like what we found underneath this piece here, so I am just going to fully remove it so we can clean all that up. Clean this up, we can straighten it out and just make it look a little bit better. There's some corrosion throughout the thing, so we're gonna take it off. Got that piece removed. We're gonna clean up all this rust here on the underside of this here, and then we're gonna clean up that piece as well. I did my best to kind of straighten what I could. We'll clean this up. We're gonna leave all of these because then we'll know exactly where they were sitting. Clean this up, and then we will put some primer on this before welding it back on. Okay, got the second layer all prepped up and ready to go. We're just gonna use some magnets, put it in place, and then get this thing tacked on there. Need just a gentle bend in this thing. There we go. Okay, here's the top layer of that C-pillar. This is gonna work out perfectly. Turned out exactly how I wanted. Nice tight fitment. We're gonna be good to go with this one. We're gonna prime the back side of it and then maybe weld it on tomorrow. Here's the finished C-pillar piece. I was able to get a spot welder in here, and it's just like tacked on right now. I will come in later and do finishing welds after I get it straightened out and exactly where I want, but I think it looks absolutely fantastic. We've got a little straight edge here. I mean, it looks great, so this will be perfect.